These are 8 things that will make you a better producer this year, and I really wish I knew this sooner in my career. Stay till the end because the last one is probably the most important of this list. So yeah, if you don't know me, hey, I'm the X-Guy. I have been producing for more than 10 years now and I'm an Ofive member. We have collabed with many brands such as Slate Digital, XLN Audio, Cable Guys and many more. So I will go straight to the point and let's talk about the first step. Try to download and study FLPs or project files. This is probably the fastest way to learn different genres, and with project files you can learn not only how the track was made, how that the style was made, but also mixing, mastering and even sound selection and sound design. And you can find 1,000 of project files here on YouTube, a lot of them for free, and actually that's why we make project files, because we know that these are pretty useful for producers like you. The next tip is connected with this one, and is that you can create your own library of sounds. So for example, if you found a project file that had a really good sounding stuff, you can just export it and save it on your own library so you can use it on your next productions. You can do this with your music too. After you finish a track that you like, try to find those samples that you really like, to export them and to build your own sample pack with your own sounds. Actually, this is how most producers find their signature sound, and you can approach this in many different ways. If you don't want to export your samples or sample from project files, you can find cool samples on sample packs, so you can create your own pack of favorite samples from sample packs, and that can be useful for your tracks. Okay, the next one is a little bit unpopular opinion, because this is something that can work for some producers but not for others, and it's about remaking other songs. From one side, this is really useful because you will be practicing how you can get that professional sound that track has. You will learn by yourself the journey and the techniques that producer used to make that track. This is one of the best ways to learn. But on the other side, and this is what happened to me, is that this can be really hard and can lead to frustration and unmotivation, because it's really hard to copy a track from scratch. So I will say that this is not for everyone, but definitely a thing that you can try. So try it and let me know if it worked for you. Related to this one, the next tip is to experiment making or remaking specific stuff. Let's suppose that you hear a weird LFO synth that Flume, for example, made on a track, but you don't actually like his type of music, or it's not something that you want to produce. So try to copy that specific sound on a new project and learn how he made it. You can approach this in many different ways, remaking the chorus from a song by The Weeknd. You can find some elements that you really like and you can apply for your tracks. So all the tips that are on this list are nothing without this one, and is that you have to finish as much music as you can. In the end of the day, the only one who makes music is you, unless you want to pay for a ghost producer. Think it on this way: with every song that you finish, you will always learn something, so you will be improving and growing that progress bar. If you started a project, try to finish it. It doesn't matter how awful and horrible it sounds at the beginning. So if there's a tip that I want you to remember, is this one. And related with this tip, you should collab with as many producers as you can. It doesn't really matter if you are better or worse than your partner, but same thing as the last tip, you will always learn something with every production and every producer that you have collabed. So don't be shy, go out there and try to find people who can collab with you. We are close to the end, and one of the most important tips is this one, and is that if you are serious with your career and your music production, you will probably be thinking on invest in your career, and with this tip you will save months if not years of learning. You can invest in sample packs, courses, project files, one-on-one sessions and many more. So this is a thing that I found a few years ago. I found that the most important thing of music production is sound selection, so I started investing on high quality samples. Same thing with courses. There are professional people out there making courses. You will learn in a short period what took years for them to learn. So again, this is a time saver, and you can use all of those years of learning to make your own tracks and to keep improving, and who knows what can happen in those years. I just told you how Ofive born. This is what we found a few years ago, and we started making actually valuable sample packs. We have many free sample packs that you can check in the description and you can test the quality. But yeah, a really interesting tip that I can give you. And I have one last tip, but if you found some useful information, I appreciate a like. And the last tip is that you can find daily music production tips for free on our Instagram, so be sure to follow us and be sure to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos for music producers. But yeah, if you are still here, I guess you are serious and you really want to improve your music, so here you have another video that can help you with that. I have to go now, so I see you there. Bye.